Hello students, we are now discussing about decision making statements. In this class we will look about if-else statement in detail. We have already seen the decision making statements are if, if-else, nested if and else if ladder. So we have already seen what is meant by if statement. We have already seen that in if statement there is a condition which is a boolean expression, either it's true or false. First it evaluated, and if it is true then a set of statements will be executed, otherwise that statement will not be executed in the case of if statement. So what may be if else? In the case of if else, a set of statement executed if the condition is true, otherwise another set of statement will be executed. That is the difference between if and if else statement. So here we can see what do you mean by if else statement. The if else statement is used to execute some statement or statements when the test expression or condition is true, and execute some other statements if the test expression is false. That is the use of if-else statement. If the condition evaluates to true, then the block of code inside the if statement will be executed. Okay, block of code inside the if statement will be executed. If condition is true, then it will go to the statements in the inside the if statement. If the condition evaluates to false, then the block of code inside the else statement will be executed. Okay, so see the difference. If the condition evaluates to true, then set of statements inside the if block will be executed, and if the statement will be if the condition evaluates to false, then set of statements that is in the else block will be executed. That is the difference between if and if else. In if there is no statements will be executed when the condition is false. That is, the control will go immediately after the if statement in the case of if statement. In the case of if else statement, if the condition false, then the statements inside else block will be executed. Okay, here there is two ways or two choices. If the condition is true, then a set of statements will be executed. If the condition is false, another set of statement will be executed. Then it go to the remaining of the code in the program. Okay, so that is if else statement. So here we can see what is the syntax of if else statement. We know the syntax of if statement. Similarly, we can know the syntax of if else statement is like this: if condition, okay, then in brackets we are giving statements. If single statement, we can exclude these brackets, otherwise we have to include this in brackets that may contain set of statements or single statement. Then like this, then here we can include the statement 1. That is, statement 1 indicates the statement to be executed when the condition is true. Okay, then else, then statement 2. Statement 2 means statement to be executed if the condition is false. So this is the syntax of if else statement. So here we have a condition. First evaluate this condition. If it is true, then statement 1 will be executed. Okay, statement 1 will be executed. Then the control will go out of this if statement. Okay, here statement 2 will not execute if the condition is true. Okay, then if the condition is false, statement 1 will not execute. It just go to else statement block, and statement 2 will be executed and go out of the if statement. That is happening in the case of if else statement. Okay, so here First check the condition. If it is true, then statement 1, set of statement 1 will be executed, otherwise statement 2 will be executed. That is the syntax of if else statement. We can see the flowchart diagram of if else statement here. First check the condition like this, if condition, then if it is true, then statement 1 will be executed, and if it is false, statement 2 will be executed. Okay, so that is happening in the case of if else statement. After execution these statements, it will go to the next line of statements after if statements. Okay, that is happening in if else statement. Then we can see in examples, different examples for if else statement. In the case of if statement, we have discussed the statements, or we have discussed the program to check whether a given number is even. Okay, then in that case, whenever a number is inputted, then it check whether it is even. Then if it is even number, print like it is an even number, otherwise it does not print anything. Okay, but here in the case of if else statement, if first it will check whether a percentage 2 equal to 0, then it will print even. Okay, if it is not 0, then it will print the number is odd. Okay, that is the difference between if and else. Here you can see, first it reads int a, declare int as int a, then it read the a value like scanf percentage d ampersand a, and then it will check if a percentage 2 equal to 0. It will check whether the remainder when dividing a by 2 is 0. If it is 0, then it will print the number is even. Okay, otherwise printf the number is odd. Okay, else it will print the number is odd. Okay, that is the difference of if and if else. So here, if the condition is true, then this statement will be executed, then it will go out of the if statement. So here the control will go after executing this, it will go here. It will does not execute the statement in else block. And also, if a percentage 2 not equal to 0, then it will does not execute this statement. It will just go to else statement. Then execute the statements inside else block and stop, and it will go out of the if statement block. Okay, so that is happening in the case of if else statement. So here we can see the output. When we are running this program, then it will display enter a number. Then we are entering a number. If we are entering 10, then it will check 10 modulo 2 equal to 0. So it will evaluate that 10 modulo 2 equal to 0. Then it will execute the number is even. Okay, so the output printed is the number is even. Okay, then the control will go after to this if statement. Then if you are entering 9 as input, then 9 percentage 2 is equal to 0. It will check whether it is 0. Then it indicates that does not equal to 0. Then it will does not go to this statement. It will go to else block and print that the number is odd. Okay, so we can see the output as like this. We are entering a number 10. Then output will be the number is even. Then another running will give the output like this. Enter a number, then we are entering 9, the number is odd. Okay, then next example is to check whether a given number is positive or negative. So how we can check that? So here we can see, again we can see another example, that is in order to check whether a given number is positive or not, positive number or not. So what is the program? So first we have to declare a number a, then a printf enter a number, then scanf percentage d ampersand a. Then if a greater than 0, then printf the number is positive. So first the condition is evaluated. If it is true, then this statement will be executed. True means a greater than 0. Then the number is positive, that is printed. okay, then the control will go to here. If a not greater than 0, the control will go to here. Then it does not execute the statement. The control will go to here. Else printf, the number is not positive. Okay, the number is not positive, printed like that. So first we check a greater than 0. If it is greater than 0, then print number is positive. If it is not greater than 0, then it will print the number is not positive. That is the program for checking whether a given number is positive or not. Okay, so we can see the output like this. We enter a number, then we are entering 10, then the output will be the number is positive. Enter a number, then we are entering -9, the number is not positive. So this is the output of checking whether a given number is positive or not. So that is the main difference between if and if else. I think all of you got it. So here you can see the syntax of if else is if, then condition, then statement, else, statement 2. If condition, in order to check whether the condition is true or not, first check the condition, evaluate the condition. If it is true, then statement block 1 will be executed, otherwise statement 2 will be executed. Okay, so that is about if else statement. So now we have studied about if statement and also if else statement. That's all. Thank you.